So basically I've set it up. Sorry for all the mic pop, by the way, there's no way to really stop that. I've set up my game, so at the moment you can't actually leave the boundaries of the grid, and I'll talk about the code for that in a sec. But, you can still rotate through it though, that's something I'll have to sort out later, after I've changed about the assets and stuff, because at the moment I'm just using some preset assets that I'm going to change. These are from the tutorial, it's just to make sure everything worked at the start, and it saved me, but I have got my own things as you can see here. I'm just going to rescale them to 32 pixels by 32 pixels, and then it should just work fine. Also, here's the tutorial I'm using. It's close to the end because I actually forgot a piece of code, but my tutor helped me out with that, so help me out with a piece of code. Sorry for repeating what I just said. Whatever. So here's the code basically. And I'm going to briefly explain it, but it's quite hard to really articulate, to be honest. That's the game part. I'm not going to talk about that for the minute, so let's just get an example. Down, get down key, I want down arrow, right. So to put it simply, this is just another piece of code for the movement, so when I press the down key, no that's up arrow, sorry, not down key, this is the up arrow. So when I press up, it rotates it 90 degrees, because input, get key down, so it's like looking for a key down, decode, up arrow, so it's like input, if there's input coming from the up arrow, then transform, then rotate at 90 degrees on the on the Z axis. So down here, else if input, get key code down arrow, time down full speed. So that's just a little timer that says while time is passing, so it's like time. So that's basically just a timer right there, and as the timer goes up, it changes, it affects the full speed basically, so more or equal to the full speed. Basically, if the timer is less or equal to the full speed, then it transforms the position by -1, so it's going to go down more as the timer goes up, basically. So then if check valid position, which is a little thing I've done in the game part here. Is it in the game part? No, it's down here what we're talking about. It's down at the bottom. There's the down arrow. So I've lost my position now. Yeah, down arrow. And if that's the case, then else transform position, new vector -1. So basically what we're saying is if this is the case, then do this. So what this is checking is it checks if you're actually in the grid. So if you're inside one of the grid blocks, then it's going to run this in this part of the code, and then it's going to transform the position of this object, and this is in every single up down key type of thing, and it's going to change it so it goes up 1. So in down key, it's going to be the bottom bit of the grid. So when it gets to the bottom grid, and it's going to be constantly checking, so it's like on update, so every frame it's going to check if one of these blocks is inside the grid. If it's inside the grid, then it transforms the position up by 1, so it always keeps it out the grid. And it's the same for this side, whatever. But the only difference is, instead of moving it up by 1 on the y-axis, it's going to move it left or right, depending on which side you're on, so you can't actually leave the grid, as you can see here. So that's quite nice. Yeah, it's kind of basically the whole thing. I know it's not immense detail, but I feel like it gives a pretty good... It just shows my understanding of the code, basically. That's what I was trying to go through the video. That's it. Bye.